Hello. Let me know when you've arrived. Anybody who is here to play. I'm doing a craft hour live stream. I decided it needs to happen while my baby sleeps. So I have these Uniclo slippers. There's a brand in Japan, Japanese brand that we often think is American. It's got sizes that are good for bigger people, basically, but not only like average if you're Western, I suppose. But lots of Japanese people like the clothes too because they're spacious, they're roomy. So I've got these slippers I want to customize. Hi Trish, nice to see you. Thanks for coming. Yeah, gonna customize these because for ages I've wanted slippers that have alpacas on. So these are these not just the most perfect blank canvas of slippers? So I can paint some alpacas onto these, and I've got this whole bundle of paints here. This is just quite cheap acrylic paint, but this is an important thing I've got here. This is fabric medium. If you mix this with any acrylic paint, it makes it thinner so that it spreads more easily, so you can paint it on fabric, but also you can then sort of iron and fix it as well. But the fact that it makes it thinner is the most important thing, I think. I love alpacas too, Trish. In particular, I love crocheting with alpaca fur. Oh, I've got a really nice big cup of tea here in a Baymax mug. And I just had a baby last week on Friday. Right now my baby is sleeping. I think I might show you guys my baby at one point, but not right now. Especially I'm in my PJs with milk all over myself, so I'm not going to show you right now, but I shall show you in the future, I'm sure. I had a baby on Friday last week, and he's been milked from both sides, and he's just spent a good 30 or 40 minutes just looking around. So he's done his looking hour, is what I call it. He's only, 10 days old, but he's done his looking hour. It's very, very cute. And he just went to do a little cry, and then always do another little cry. But then I looked at his eyes and he looks like he's going to fall asleep. So I don't know. I might have to get him and attach him to myself in a minute, like via a sling. So I'm just going to imagine these are my slippers here. And what I want to do is a family of alpacas. I want to do maybe a daddy and a baby alpaca and a mummy alpaca over here. In this kind of cute cartoony style, but maybe also with a bit of shading. I do these really cute little alpacas that don't look very realistic at all, but they're very cute, and I thought I'd do a baby one at the top. How do you make something look like a baby? Well, you give it big cute eyes, and then it becomes a baby one. And then maybe I'll put a mummy one over here. So it's going to be my autumn slippers like this. So I'm going to do a daddy and a baby, and then a mummy one looking over. Boo! Hello, Ginny. Thank you, Marianne. Thank you, everybody. And thank you so much. If I ever say I'm going live in like 30 minutes and you find yourself waiting around for 45 minutes, please appreciate that I have probably been doing something drastic in the background to make sure I can do a live stream, considering there's a live one near me. Now, I don't know what colours to do these alpacas. Maybe soft, cute colours, pastel colours, or do I get it like autumnal? Do I go kind of browns and things and a bit realistic, even though they're cartoony? Or do I go Christmassy? So what do you guys think? What kind of alpacas should I do? Hi, Lisa. So welcome to a little craft hour with me. I've got all these different colours. So let's have a look at the colours. Oh, sorry for knocking you. Anyone who's new, welcome. My name is Kendall James. I was a Miss Kendall James, but I got married on Halloween Day. So I would normally go bright, yeah. So I might have myself I'll be a yellow alpaca. Rio would be maybe an orange or red alpaca, and maybe baby could be, complementary color would be blue, right? Maybe baby could be a little blue alpaca, but not because it's a boy, or it could be green. But again, I'm totally biased because just those are my favorite colors. A green, yellow, and blue are my favorite. Oh, sorry, I don't know what's wrong with my throat. Or I could do like dark brown and gray, maybe gold. I could do natural color alpacas. Or I could do kind of pastel coloured or Christmassy. What do you think? The green one is cute. I'll do green and I'll get maybe this. Those ones look nice, don't they? Yeah, she who speaks fast gets to decide. So, yeah, let's paint some slippers. Uniclo slippers. They're in Japan. I think you can get Uniclo in other countries like America, but I don't think I've ever seen it in the UK, though I think it might be in London. Excuse me, still just drinking out of my giant Baymax mug. Trish says, my son walked an alpaca at the uni open day. It was called Steve. I love that. Right, I don't have a palette, but I do have this cookie box. My husband got me some biscuits for Halloween. So I'm going to use the back of this because it's the perfect palette, to be honest. Get those out of the way. I want alpaca face to be pinkish brownish color. Maybe I'll try mixing the pink and that together. If you struggle with getting good opacity in your paints when you're using acrylic paint, just chuck some white in there. That should help it. And I'm going to make some colors, get them ready. You do have it. I've never seen it. Where have you seen it, Ginny? Please do tell me. Right, let's get some alpaca faces ready, I think. Oh, 1 second. Top tip. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it down. If you want to have a little look in the description for this this video, you'll be able to see, oh, I'll leave those turned upside down. You will be able to see what I'm doing. So I'm customizing some slippers. I should probably add sort of an ingredients list, which I'll do in the future. Hello, Quinn. Nice to see you. And then there's also a link to my Buy Me a Coffee if you fancy buying me a coffee, and also a link to my just everything I do. So you can see linktr.ee/Miss Kendall James. My business name will remain Miss Kendall James, even though I am now Mrs. And I'm currently still James. We'll see what happens in the future. About 1 part this to 3 parts the other stuff. This is the fabric medium to go with acrylic paint. Gotta mix this up to make alpaca faces. I've got loads of cheap, you know what, I think I might use the cheap ones here. These are cheap brushes because acrylic is a little thicker, and I'm gonna paint it onto a thick canvasy like fabric, so I want it to spread more easily. If I use my watercolor ones, it might be a little bit soft. I don't know. Hi everybody, nice to see you all. I'd like a round shaped one, but beggars can't be choosers. I'll use this medium one. So it's not special. The acrylic paint is not special, and the paintbrushes are not special. The most expensive thing here is are the slippers. Right, is that an alpaca face? It's a little tanned one. What I'll do, because you probably guessed this is representing my new family, I'll paint us all in slightly different shades to represent our slightly different tones. I'm British, my partner is Japanese, and our baby is half Japanese and half British, I suppose. Caucasian. Caucasian and Asian. Oh, it's all got Asian in it anyway. I don't usually draw things out. You might like to draw things out if you were going to do your own. I might make these alpacas just look a little bit towards the mummy alpaca for cuteness sake. So Daddy alpaca needs a big face. There's tissue in here as well. I'm just going to leave that in there just in case anything goes through, but it's quite thick, so I shouldn't think it will. And because it's quite thick, I actually do need to put down quite a lot of paint here. Good news, everybody. Baby did not wake up. Baby had his looking hour. His name is Ray. The name Ray comes from my granddad, actually. My granddad Raymond, my late granddad, who I love very, very much. And I'm very sad he can't meet baby Ray. That's Ray as in ray of sunshine, if you were to say it in English pronunciation. And if you were to say it in a Japanese pronunciation, it would sound like lay, as in lay down. So lay, but with a kind of flick of the tongue rather than a prolonged l. I don't know how to describe that. Ginny could probably describe how to say that much more effectively than I could. So this one has got a kind of beige tone. I think I'll go for a beige tone for Daddy to represent the Asianness. I'll put some more white in it to make the baby's lighter version of Daddy's colour. And then my one, I'll put more pink in it to make my English rose complexion. Okay, and you can see the knit of the slippers is kind of showing through, which is absolutely fine. It doesn't matter. So yeah, and if you guys enjoy having a craft hour with me, let me know. I'm on an unpaid, I can't stop saying that, unpaid maternity leave. So, you know, I want to spend time with you guys, and Christmas is coming and I've got supplies and things I've got to put online to try and earn myself some monies for the things I will need. So remember, I'm trying to have this one looking in to this one looking in as well. Maybe I'll make a little, maybe I'll change the face shape a little bit around here to make it a bit more cute. And I can really change the face shape of the baby one because my baby has a Snoopy face. Every time he's sleeping on me, I look down and his face shape is the same as Snoopy. It's so cute. Okay. I can't believe it. I feel like I manifested these canvas slippers that I wanted because I really, really, really wanted to make alpaca slippers. Right, I'm gonna add a little bit of white, a bit more fabric medium. Sorry, paintbrush in my mouth. Obviously the unpainted section. So hopefully this will make a baby version of Daddy's colour. So maybe I can use it to highlight. I can use it to highlight the muzzle area. There you go. That's where Daddy's alpaca muzzle will go. And I say Daddy because my partner, Leo, it's very, very interesting. I'm not going to say strange, I'm going to say interesting. He's Japanese, and in Japanese, you say Chichi or Tosan for dad. But he's always wanted, oh, you might say Papa or Dada as well. He's always wanted to be called Daddy by a little baby. So I oblige his wishes. Okay, we're going to put the baby alpaca at the top. The thing that's going to make it stand out as a baby alpaca will be big, big eyes I'm going to do after. And maybe I can try and do a little Snoopy face. Snoopy shape, like a kind of bean. You need quite a lot of paint for this to this to stick here by the seams of it. By the seams of it, is that a phrase? I don't know. By the looks of it, the seams. Maybe I get this one out of the way so you can see what I'm doing better. So just doing alpaca faces so far. Are you guys making anything, or are you just watching, or are you, I don't know, doing housework or something? What are you doing at the same time? And how are you all? Okay, I think maybe I could have done it all a little bit further down, but it's still going to work. It's still going to work. Okay, so we've got Daddy and Baby Alpaca, and Mummy Alpaca is gonna go here. Looking at Daddy Alpaca, I'm gonna put a tiny bit of, you know what, I'll move that to the side and put a tiny bit of pink in my one. Or a lot. Okay, so my alpaca is more pink, subtly more pink. And of course, I'll give them blushy cheeks as well. So they're going to be, this is a lesson in cuteness, guys, okay? I'll show you how to make things cute. Inherently Japanese, you just got to put faces on things. I'll show you how to make cute faces. Everyone's going to have these snoopy faces. Just finished the coffee. Sewing bells on a mouse's costume. Lovely. Kawaii. Yeah. Oh, took some sleeping tablets, so you're really fighting to stay awake. Oh, Ginny, I'm sorry. Well, don't worry. All of my live streams go on record on my YouTube channel, so you can catch it up later. I bet you'll have some cute and bizarre dreams if this is the last thing you see before you sleep. The last thing you see and hear. So I went out yesterday. Daddy looked after Baby for about 4 hours. That was 1 hour for me to travel either side, 1 hour and a bit for me to travel either side to Kyoto, and then an hour and a half or so for me to hang out with my friends, which was very, very nice. It was a great thing to get to do. You might think that's a bit strange to do after Baby is only nine days old, but still, we're all different types of people, and I wanted to hang out with my friends. I also wanted to have a drink, and it was lovely, and I timed everything perfectly, so I had a good 2 hours without drinking, and that's alcohol, by the way, and yeah, I limited myself to 3 drinks, which were not very big or very strong. Just adding some white to this to make a kind of muzzly area, make it stand out a bit more and be more cute. It's very subtle. Yeah, and then I drank lots and lots of water, just to be sure. I've got a very strong constitution for alcohol anyway. But yeah, they say as long as you neurologically feel like you're okay, which I did throughout, and I left it also to 2 hours. So that was good. And I got to see loads and loads of friends who I used to work with in Shiga. It's one of their birthdays as well. And it was really nice at an izakaya. And also in the daytime yesterday, all of Baby Yurei's Japanese family came over to see him, which was very, very nice too. Just adding little muzzly like areas. While the paint's still wet, I can sort of blend it in as well. So highlighting what looks like little bum mouths, a little bottom shape. Can you see that? That's how to make a cute Japanese mouth. You just make this sort of bottom shape. And if anyone is watching this later, please do leave commentary in the chat for this as you watch. and I'll always get back to your messages. Kind of starting to settle into a rhythm now, and my partner Rio will be off on paternity leave from Wednesday. So please expect lots of nice things coming to my YouTube channel, and please interact as much as you can. It will really help me see if I can do anything good or useful for my creative life using YouTube, if I get lots of nice interactions and shares and things. Right, here are all the Snoopy Bean faces. I think they look pretty good. I'm going to add some pink blushies. This is another lesson in the cuteness, okay? Oh. In Japanese cute things, you've got to have blushies. I'm going to put more of that fabric medium into this bit, just 2 drops. And yes, Ginny said kawaii. The word for cute in Japanese is kawaii. Right. The daddy alpaca can have a little bit. Let me think. Eyes are going to go there. Yeah. Just these little blobs of pink make cheeks. The colouring of all of these alpacas is very subtle, but it's very clear in its own way. So in the right light, you can see that it's 3 different types of alpacas, which I think is a nice little cultural and hereditary reference. Let's get little blushies on Baby Ray's alpaca. There we go. How cute is that? I'm going to have to use a really thin pen to do, not pen, paintbrush to do the eyes and things after. But I'll see what I can do. Right, let's get the alpaca fluff happening here. So don't forget, I turned these alpacas a little bit this way so that they're looking at the mummy one. I'm just going to have some more tea, excuse me. I'm sure you guys don't want to constantly hear baby stuff, but also everything I do on Instagram and YouTube is usually a representation of what's going on in my life. So I recently found out that you've got to drink 3 litres of water just to sustain the amount of milk you need to make, which is a lot, because apparently if you have caffeinated and really sugary drinks, that does not count, whereas often they say staying hydrated, like if you have coffee and stuff, it's fine, but apparently to make the milk I've got to straight up drink that much water, which is quite a lot, I think. Right, I'm gonna do yellow for my alpaca. I love yellow very much. Is that enough? I don't know, maybe it's gonna be like a creamy yellow colour. Got a gold over here and a yellow ochre. Maybe that can go in it too. And a bit of white over here. So I'll try and add some kind of highlights. Subtle, cartoony, but cute little highlights. And again, I'm putting some more fabric medium in that. About a quarter. You're all very quiet. Are you all okay? Right, I'm gonna just go straight in with this bright yellow. This is the yellow I love, this brightest yellow. Apart from I was induced into labour and they put this horrible chemical inside of me, nearly a full litre of this chemical, and it was bright yellow. So the colour yellow betrayed me massively. It was not good. Right, ears, very important. Alpaca ears. This is my style of drawing an alpaca, by the way. I do ears like this. And over here. I can add shading after. I'm going to do a block color first, and then add shading. There we go. And then curly tufts. So it's going to go across here. I'll just do that to get colour on there. And then I'll make it curly and tufty after. And down the side here. you can make a nice base for the kind of fabric that's underneath if you just paint something down first. I think that helps a little bit by the looks of it. Very cute, right? And then we just do like, imagine you're a kid painting clouds. That is how I make alpaca tufts. So you just do this kind of roundness. So about 3 of those up here. And over here. Just roundness. That's all you need to do to get it to look good. And again, you can add white to it if you feel like your paint is not being opaque enough. Like if it's a bit translucent and you can see the other colors underneath, just add some white, and it usually really improves the opacity. I realize that as someone who does creative and art like stuff, both traditionally and digitally, I realize I might use language that a lot of you guys don't usually use on your day-to-day life. So if you've ever got any questions about the technical terms I use, if I do seem to use a technical term, because I also just make things up like then please just ask. Can't believe how warm it is. I'm just wearing a night dress, but I'm really warm. It's been very rainy the last couple of days, really, so it's been quite cold, relatively cold, and now it's quite warm because it's sunny today. Right. Curly looks like Goldilocks. I want the face shape to stand out, so I'm not going to do curliness over the chin. I'm going to follow the line that I've already got in the chin. And I'll show you how to make this stand out a bit more after, with some shadows and things. Okay, now I'm going to choose a point under here, which will be the neckline, just to make the face stand out even more. So I'm not going to go right to the edge over here. It'll make a super fat alpaca, which is fine. Fluffy and fat is good. I'm going to make it slimish there and then add the fatness over here. So I still want it to have plumpness, right? Because then it's more cute. Okay, so fat is cute. Fluffy and curly is cute. This is how we determine cuteness. Looking cute. You can also improve the opacity here. I don't know if you can see this. You can kind of see the little line underneath from the peach color. You can also improve that by doing a second layer, which I'll do after. I think I might need more yellow. So remember I said I'm going to keep that line in there. More yellow coming up. Which also means more fabric medium. And I'll put a bit more of that white in there. Okay, mix it up. Remember the fabric medium is making it smooth. Okay, and here. Spread it on much more easily now. There's a bit of paint that just seems a bit thicker. Yeah, it does dry quite quickly, but also like it becomes tacky. So like this is half dry up here, tacky, and you saw, you know, I did that what 5 minutes ago. So I can sort of layer it up while it's still wet, which is quite good, I think. But that could also be because it's quite warm in this space that I'm in, and I'm right next to a sunny window. So, for example, Ginny lives in the UK. So if you're in a British brick house, you might find that this time of year, your paints would take a lot longer to dry, I would say. I'm going to do a hint of a big old fluffy body in the background over here. So just going to let those cloud-like tufts go off the edge a little bit. Thank you all for coming and watching. I'm happy you're here. Inktober things will be coming soon now because I had to go to hospital for 8 days. It's standard to go for 6 days in Japan, but I was induced, which took a good 2.5 days for the full induction process that I opted for to save myself from being in there for 11 days because I figured I'd determined my fate already. So yeah, I couldn't really do anything. And in all of those 8 days, I thought, oh, great, I'm going to do loads of crafts and watch loads of movies. I did not. I watched only 3 movies. Only 3 movies. Can anybody guess what 3 movies I watched? I watched them on Disney Plus, which I've treated myself to for 1 month. I might treat myself to it for the rest of the year. So if you buy me a coffee, know that it might go to Disney Plus. Which will go to joy and happiness and nostalgia. I watched something I've never watched before from kind of the early 2000s, I think, with Anne Hathaway. Can you imagine? Right, that is a solid looking alpaca shape, isn't it? Now, I'm going to say the light source is coming from... Sorry, where am I going to say it's coming from? I can have it like lit from underneath. No, lit from the top, I think. Lit from the top. So I'm going to do white fluffiness around the top. You know what? I might let that dry first. No, actually I'm going to do it wet because then it might blend. And if it's dry after, I can always go over it in a different way. You've been enjoying Trolls. Is that as in the movies, Ginny? So I've got white here. And I'm just going to... Oh, that's probably too much. I'm just going to highlight all of the fluffy tufts. So it's going to be a bit lemony around the inside of the fluffy tufts. And down here. Lovely. And a bit more here just to give it this kind of candy floss look. Quinn, your card that you gave me is proudly on my wall, so thank you so much for that. Let's go for this side of the ear as well. There we are, fluffy tufts galore. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the baby alpaca and daddy alpaca. You know what, actually, I might just make it a bit darker on the outside. So, yellow ochre. Fabric medium. Mix it up here. This is tin, by the way, so I can easily wash it off after. And just around the back side of it, while it's still wet. See, while it's wet, you can do this blending. Yeah. And I'm just doing curly motions, keeping everything fluffy cloud-like. Okay, I can easily add more white or yellow wherever I like after. Okay, so it's like this charming, cartoonized realism. Just trying to make that look fluffy down there. Do you see what I've done? Fluffing around. Okay, so it's like cartoonized realism. There we go. Okay, that's one mummy alpaca almost finished, actually. It just needs eyes. And then I'm going to do the baby one and the daddy one. Let's see. Right, daddy one will be, and I'm just squeezing off the paint here like this. Actually gets off most of it. And this is the first time I'm washing the brush. Probably wash it every now and again because acrylic is plastic based actually, which means that this design on these slippers will be waterproof after, which means if I put these in the washing machine, I'll probably change the composition of the slippers, but I wouldn't damage the design that I've done, which is great. Excuse me, I've got a giant mug here, so drinking is really loud. Right, I'm going to do orange daddy one. I need quite a lot of orange, don't I? And then, yeah, more fabric medium in there. Mix it up. Okay. Nice. Oh, nearly lost control of my brush there. Remember, we want ears and hair, fur. And go curly like clouds. Here we go, looking cute. Generous with the paint to make sure I go over those outlines I've already done. Like to cover up the face outlines there. Maybe mix in some white, get that opacity changed a little bit. Just using one cheapy paintbrush for this whole thing. Cheapy as in like from a kid's pack of paintbrushes, especially good for acrylic paint, so you don't damage nice brushes if you forget to wash it after or something. But also, they're usually a bit thicker. They're made of synthetic things, which is great for helping the plasticiness of the acrylic paint spread more easily. I feel like I should have done a different fur pattern for this if I was to make it actually match my partner. But it's fine. What I'll do, I'll give it this more masculine look by doing it more straight down here. Like imagine this one's got fluffy bosom, whereas this one is boy shape. So there are some ways, very subtle little ways you can make something look a bit more feminine or a bit more masculine. So I'll just do it looking like tall and strong, like this, rather than fluffy and buxom. Is that a word I should use? Might have to swap to a smaller paintbrush to do the baby one. Okay, we're at the 40-minute mark, so it is going to be about an hour-long craft, which is quite a nice thing to do, maybe an hour and 10 if I was to estimate well. But no reason why you couldn't spend longer doing something of your own. And if you can't get blank canvas slippers, you could even make your own cotton slippers. You can use the base of other slippers as well and cover it in something different. Or stitch a patch or something to it. So most people might have been inclined to put the baby alpaca with the mummy alpaca, but I'm very into the idea of helping the male or more masculine partner, the partner that didn't carry the baby, or doesn't do most of the feeding, and for example, I'm very into helping that person bond with the baby, and my choosing to put the baby on the daddy side is echoes that. That's how I feel. That's what I want to make sure can happen for my partner and our baby, especially seeing as ultimately when I go back to work, I probably not, but not sure yet, probably won't be going back to work as much as I did before, which means I will have more time with the baby. So I'll get more bonding opportunities, and obviously I feed the baby directly from my body, which is another bonding opportunity. So that is why, if anyone was wondering why baby is on daddy's side, it's an echo of what I think is an important thing to try and help your partner do. And that allows me to do other things too, right? That's not my main goal, but my main goal is their bonding rather than anything else, but still, bonuses. I realise this is a totally unnecessary craft, isn't it? Like, who needs to paint alpacas on on slippers? Oh, it's very me. Oh, sorry, just hit the camera. Okay, then I'm going to do the same principle of brightness. So I'm going to put white around the inside parts of the tufts, and then I'm going to use red on the outside. We'll see how that goes. Sorry, just going to drink some tea again. Alone in the house, but getting away with this live stream because the baby is still sleeping. Okay. I hope I didn't speak too soon. We've got this really useful bassinet. I don't think I really knew that word before. Bassinet is a crib or cot that you can move around. I think that's how you describe it. I don't know. Anyway, ours you can move around, and we live in a one floor apartment, so it's really easy to move that into any room. I did a Japanese lesson the other day online, and I brought the baby into my studio here. That may or may not have been a good idea because the baby woke up quite a lot, and I ended up having to feed the baby kind of off Zoom screen a little bit. On a Sunday night, for some reason, the baby decided to eat for like 4.5 hours straight. Crazy. Not really very useful considering the time he chose to do that. Very late at night when I had guests coming the next day. Not into that. Okay, fluffiness looking good. I think. Add some more random fluffy tufts down here. Okay, and now I'm going to add a little bit of orange red to the back side of this. Oh. And another drop of a fabric medium. Mix it up. Think fluffy. So round movements. Looks like a sunset of alpacas, doesn't it? Oh, sorry. It looks cute. Bit more orange just to balance it out a little bit. Sorry if you can hear loads of traffic in the background. I'm quite high up, but I just feel like the traffic is quite loud. Apologies. There we go. And now a little green one on top. Minty green. You guys all okay? You're very quiet. So just cleaning this off. Gonna have some more tea. Just down to the rest. Okay, little turquoise colour for the baby one. Oh, shake it down. Oh, just got... Yeah, I don't really want to change the anything around the outside. I'd like it to stay perfectly white if I can. Or cream. Okay, turquoise colour for the baby one, and more medium. Oh, baby's crying. Okay, just a little startled. I've learnt, well, I instinctively knew right from the beginning not to rush to a crying baby, because they could just have a little wail in their sleep and then be fine again. So with any luck, that's what happens. And you got to teach them to self-soothe. Right, baby ears. Generally, to make something look like a baby, you should do like either very small or rounder versions of things. Anyway, let's do like a little less, and then I can add more if I want to. So I'm using a smaller brush, washed off my other one. The key feature to make the baby alpaca look like a baby alpaca is what I do to the eyes after. So I'll show you that shortly. Add a bit of white to that to cover up the very faint line from the face I did earlier, but also I want that to be brighter there anyway. Yep, very cute. Very cute. What a sweet colour. Okay, I've done that ear very small over there to make it look like there's a bit more perspective happening. Now, this is gonna be really difficult down here. I don't want to go over anything I've already done. I want the baby to look really plump. So I'm gonna do it out here a little bit. And then the baby can have a tail, I think. I like to give alpacas tails, but when I draw them, but I think they don't really have tails, or if they do, they point downwards. But I like to give them like an uppy hamster tail. I don't know why. So when teaching English, I always draw these alpacas in the kids' books when they finished. And Halloween and stuff, I do Halloween alpacas. I'm like, do you want a pumpkin alpaca? Do you want a vampire alpaca? Do you want a witch alpaca? Which one do you want? Or Frankenstein alpaca? I think I'll go over with the orange again after, just to make sure the daddy one stands out a little bit more. Okay. The baby wants to be really fluffy. Looking cute, huh? Acrylic is really forgiving. You can kind of wipe it off or layer up where you've made a mistake. So I want to make the baby's bum come out over here. I think it will be really cute. I don't think it'll be a mistake. But I just freestyle. I really can't be bothered with drawing in pencil first. I like the surprise of not knowing what's coming with my art. I've got a very sweet little, neat little newborn right now, around 3 kilograms. I'm sure he's gaining weight every day, but I imagine when he gets to 1 or 2 months, he's going to be quite chunky and podgy in that baby way. And heavy, I expect. Is that enough down here? Nope, I'll leave it like that so it looks more tufty. Okay, and then I normally give a little tail. Maybe I'll leave it. If I give a little tail, it's going to look like an arm. Yeah, I'm not going to do a tail. So cute. Okay, it's 1 hour so far. I've just got to add the details really, so a little bit of shading and details. Tempted to add a little green heart to this one. If anyone is awake still, what do you think? Should I add a little green heart up here, as in matching this one? Ginny's been the controller of choices so far. She hasn't drifted off to sleep. Green heart on the other side. I can see you all watching. For some reason Very quiet. Highlighting the tufts, framing the face with light tufts. So cute. I'm happy with it. Anybody? Green heart here or no need? Normally I give them all bow ties as well, but I don't know. Maybe I give the daddy one a red bow tie. Okay, and a little bit of dark green. Oops, too much medium there. Here we go. Cute, cute, cute. Yeah, maybe I will add a green heart. You guys haven't chimed in, but it's fine. I'm just gonna add a bit more definition to this one. Ah, okay. I've just had a WhatsApp message come through from Lisa saying, rather sure it isn't. Lisa, what was the rest of that message? Are you saying the chat has stopped working? Because that would explain where you've all gone to. The last I can see is Ginny saying I was watching Trolls, which was a good 20 minutes ago. Honestly, I can't win with this YouTube these days. Shame. We said your heart should be added. Thank you very much. Thank goodness for the WhatsApp little prompts. So sorry, guys. What I'll have to do is go back and check your thing. Yeah, I cannot see. I can see the chat, but it stopped showing me anything after it showed me Ginny saying I was enjoying Trolls. So if anyone said anything else nice, do let me know. I've just been nattering away to myself. I'm so sorry, everybody. It's obviously a YouTube thing. As long as the live stream's still running in and you can hang out with each other, that's good. Lisa's just reported to me on WhatsApp, so that's good. But yeah, sorry guys. It's not nice, is it? What a shame. Sound and visuals, good. Okay, that's the most important thing. Otherwise, it'd be really rubbish me putting in all this effort standing up at my desk to present a live to no luck. Put a little bit of yellow on the daddy one here. So it's this faux realism. It's definitely cartoony, but you can add this kind of it looks like a Pokemon character, I think. You can add this kind of faux realism. I'm glad you guys said yes to the heart. That was my instinct as well. Now, can you tell me, should it be a big fat heart or a little tiny heart or something in between? And of course it should look shiny like a little balloon. Let me know. Plump heart or dainty little heart? I'll get Lisa to pass the message on. But goodness me, I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to get black ready to add the features. We'll learn how to make baby features as well. Now, you know what? I might not put the fabric medium with the black, or should I? I want it to flow, but not too much. Can I sit down, actually? Ugh. Ugh. It was a bit much being stood up that whole time. Add 1 drop. Okay, I haven't seen a report on the heart yet. So I'm going to start with a little one, and if we think it should be bigger, I can easily make it bigger. Right. Go with your gut. Okay. Oh, here's the thing. This is green right now. Should I make the heart half green and half orange? What do you think? Half green and half orange? Or all green? That could be cute. Okay. Yeah, let's do it. It will be very cute, wouldn't it? Here's my new husband, after all. I think it's really funny when comedians and things say things like, he's my first husband. It's like a veiled threat. You're only my first husband. Who knows what will happen down the line. So keep yourself in check, mister. Okay. Or my current husband. My current husband, Rio. Ah, he makes me laugh. That is very cute. I'm liking small and neat. And I'm going to add a little bit of shadow and stuff to it as well. Okay, going to add a little bit of shadow down here. Well, we're drawing to a close. I've got to say it's been very fun making these with you. I hope you've enjoyed making them too. If you're new to my channel and want to support, don't forget you can check out that Buy Me a Coffee link, or there might be a PayPal link or something as well. I don't know. But let me know if you'd like another way to support me. Alpacas, I love alpacas. I've got a Kenda Packer £10 a month subscription, which if you send me your address, that also means you get hand painted cards 4 times a year. So the next set is coming up soon for most people. I've got a nice design in mind. And yeah, you get to help support me with the things I'm doing, bringing art and Japan to people all around the world. So thank you very much to my dear Alpacas that have stuck around despite me not being able to do big tours and things like I used to. But there's no saying that's not coming back in the future. So thank you so much for the encouragement and being here. There you go. I'm liking this multi-heart. That's quite cute, I think. These little alpacas have got a very Pokemon-like vibe, I think. I'm going to switch to a smaller paintbrush, am I? Might be a bit hard to manage, but I'll try it. Actually, just the kind of bigger one. What I'm going to do for the baby one is happy wide eyes. So wide open eyes. I'm using black, just going to mix it in. Do the baby one first so the eyes can dry, and then we're going to do little mouths and things too. The mouth is a little bottom shape, so a little 3. But first of all, let me just get baby's big eyes in. So first it's just going to be black circles, and then we're going to add twinkly white dots, which is a little anime technique to make things look all shiny and bright and new and cute. And I'll give you a little lesson in how to make things cute and why it works in a minute. Okay, baby's eye over this side. The angle is slightly different, so I'm just going to do half of a circle to give the impression of perspective just there. You see, that makes it look like it's looking over to the mummy. Now the mummy one could have open eyes too, but normally I do closed eyes on the grown-up ones. So let's put those together. Right, thin brush for the bottom mouths. A bit tricky. If it's too long, it's hard to get control, but I'm going to try. So I'm going to twirl it around in this to try and get into a nice point. Okay, then underneath that little shiny line I did earlier, here we are. So cute. I can't handle the cuteness. Yeah, it's a bit difficult to get, especially with the grain of the slippers. Okay, so I've kept perspective in there by doing it longer on this side. Okay, so this looks like a little alpaca mouth, in my opinion. 1 second, let me just make an adjustment to the paintbrush. Okay, now mummy and daddy eyes and mouth. We're going to go here like this. Try and get a nice flow if you can. A bit difficult depending on the type of paintbrush you've got. This is where the tools you use really do come into play, as in like quality tools can do you much better for this kind of detail. And then perspective means a smaller one on this side to make them look like they're looking at each other. If you've sent any messages, Lisa, I've not seen them because I'm focused intently in this. Okay, so now actually I could have used, say, dark brown for this to make it look less stark, but this looks quite nice too, I think. Sometimes black outline is nice. But if you want it to look a bit more subtle, a bit more natural to go in with the fake realism, then you can definitely use dark brown. I'm gonna have to cut a tiny little thread off of here that's messing it up. Yeah, there was one strand that's sort of throwing the rest off, but it should be fine now. Now, yeah, it's cute. I want to change it a little bit here, but I don't really know how. I think I might just leave it for now. And then mummy one is going to be the same. So these are little pleased faces. And the baby one, let's make it even more cute. So this is important, guys. The eyes and the mouth being almost on the same line makes it cuter. If you put the eyes up higher, it's just not as cute. That's if you care about the Japanese principles of cuteness that I've determined myself. And also, doing the eyes really far apart from each other also makes them look more cute. Them being any little character that you create. You could even do the little bottom mouth just very small. That would make it look more cute too. So I do this one with a smaller mouth. And then to make the baby look even younger and even cuter, we give it eyelashes. So we'll do that. And if you want to make the girl one look more feminine, yeah, you just give it eyelashes too. 1, 2, you could go 2, you could go 3, and it can come off the side here. 1, 2. So that's the girl one looking more girly. And then we can make the baby one look more baby. I might just do 1. Oh, so cute. So cute. And over here, just 1. Right. Now, it's a bit difficult to make the baby look more baby because it seems like the black is still a bit wet. But I hope you learned some good tricks there for making things look cuter, which is an important part of life, especially life in Japan. There we go. I want to do something to make it look different there. I think I'll just leave it. It's, you know, it's a first attempt at this kind of thing. I'll just leave it. I can refine my alpacas in the future. And I'm just going to add white shininess to the baby one. So mix up some of that white and get it nice and flowing. And I'm just going to blob at the top. Don't go over it too much because you'll pick up the black underneath, which is still wet. Same on the other side. So cute. And this one can get 2. Ta-da! Now it looks very, very extra cute and shiny and twinkly. Okay. I think I've done it. I kind of want to put my signature on there somewhere, but that might detract from the design. So maybe I'll leave it for now. Let me put all these away and get you your money shot, just in case anyone's taking screenshots as references or for their own amusement. Now, I can actually keep this if I cover it over with foil or cling film, so I can keep and reuse that, or I might just paint a little alpaca somewhere else. But here we are. We've got mummy and daddy and baby alpacas on slippers. So I hope you like it. Thank you so much for your comments. What I'll do is after I'll check out online what all of your comments were, because I think there's still a listing of that. But sorry, I can't see them right now. But please do feel free to go back and leave a little comment too, and then I can what am I going to say? I can talk to you that way as well. Bow tie? No bow tie? Normally I had a bow tie. No. Bow tie, no tie. Okay, thank you very much. Do you like them? I like them. This was my original sketch. I just turned the eyes around to face this way. And yeah, thank you so much. That's an hour and 20 minutes of crafting joy. Please watch it as many times as you like while making stuff and get inspired, and let me know on Instagram or something if you end up making your own slippers. Okay, thank you.